What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another player review on this channel. Today I've got for you guys another FUT birthday card, which is none other than the man Lucas Hernandez. He looks absolutely unbelievable. I cannot wait to get going with his card and see how he performs in game. His space stats are actually incredible. He has 85 pace, 76 dribbling, 57 shooting, 75 passing, 88 defender with 86 physical. This card looks absolutely unbelievable. Even going forward with that dribbling and stuff like that, looks very, very good. The only stat is shooting, which you're not going to need with your centre back, hopefully anyway. He's 6 foot tall. He has a high work rate. He's left footed with 3-star weak foot, which for me, it's not the best, but it'll do. You know, for a centre back, you can't expect too much more. And skill moves is 5, so it's very, very nice to have a 5-star skill centre back. Hopefully, we can be doing some rainbow flicks and stuff like that, or even some other 5-star skills. Because I think advanced rainbow flick, I should have said that. But yeah, hopefully we can have some fun with Hernández at the back. But we'll try and get some nice little clips of him with that. And it's going to cost you around about 217k. Now that price at first might seem a little bit steep, but if you look at the card, for me, I think it's a very, very reasonably priced. I think a lot of these FUT birthday cards are a lot cheaper than a lot of people for. Certainly, I think that anyway. And the reason I was saying about his weak foot, I always like to have, if you can get a 4-star weak foot centre back, it's so handy because you can pass out either way to the left-hand side or the right-hand side. Whereas with Hernández, I'll be mainly going out to the left every time because I don't want to risk obviously passing across my box anyway. But anyway, getting into his in-game stats, he has 82 acceleration, 87 sprint speed, which is very, very nice for a centre back. He's got 74 agility, which we don't really look at obviously for centre backs. Balance 72. That could come in a little bit costly, but again, it's not a huge deal. His reactions at 90, his defensive awareness at 85, his key stats are like interceptions at 88, he's got heading of 86, he's got standard tackle of 89, which is absolutely incredible with that boost of that anchor. The best chem style you are going to want to use with this card is anchor as well. He's got 91 slide tackle, 89 jumping, 87 stamina, 82 strength, and 90 aggression. Now this card looks absolutely incredible. I've said that about 3 times, but I'm really excited to use this card. It's probably one of the standout ones to me that I have wanted to use alongside Rashford and Alan St-Maximin and Griezmann. These 4 are the ones that I want to use most, and I will be getting player reviews out to you guys once I get my hand on those cards. Now traits, he has got the power header, and that is it. And I can tell you, I've used this card in 2 games already, and he leaves like a sound. When people were like, when they kick up with their goalkeepers, if Hernández is there and their players standing there together, he jumps over him, and he's just lethal in the air. He's so good in the air, which I'm very, very happy to have about on my centre backs. A lot of centre backs lack that this year. I've partnered him up, as you can see in my team, with Laporte. He's got Cancelo on the right hand side, who we are going to be doing a player review as well after this episode, in fact. And we've got Lozano, who we've already reviewed. If you guys haven't already seen the Lozano player review, make sure you go check it out. I'll leave the Lozano player review, and also I will leave the Carrera player review in the description down below for you guys as well. Now, this is the team, like I say. Let's go crack on into our first FUT Champions game. And I think that we are about 6-1, 7-1. So we're not doing too bad. It's going to be a difficult opponent, but I think we can do some damage with this team. Hernández, has he got the passing ring? Yes, ball. Don't put that in. Oh, it's poor from Hernández. He didn't have the time to react. I've moved my keeper the wrong way as well. It's very, very poor. Was that Hernández or Laporte? I'm not actually sure, but early on, Malin is a very, very good striker. You can't be doing that when he's around because he is so clinical. I think that may have been Laporte, unfortunately. As we are going to review that again. Was that Laporte? Yes, I think it was Laporte. Number 5, was that Laporte? We'll have to find out in a second, but I'm pretty sure it was. Unfortunately for us, we are going to go ahead and concede an early goal. Lovely from this guy. It's absolutely beautiful. This guy is all over me. I can't seem to get my bearings. I can't seem to get my players in the right position. I'm absolutely getting destroyed by this guy. Mertens now. My 2 centre backs as well. They've been a little bit all over the place. I'm not too sure what is going on there. I might actually take out Laporte and bring on someone else. I'm going to take out Laporte and put on Piszczek. He's obviously not the best of centre backs. The team is not. It's not doing the job that I need it to do, and I feel like one of these guys. Let's bring in Militao and see if he can do a better job in there. And hopefully Hernández can perform a little bit better with a better partner. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on at the moment. Hopefully we can fix it up and get better in this game. I've got to be making that tackle with Hernández there. I'm struggling to get across with him for somehow. I don't know if it's just the way this guy plays, his play style. Like, he's very good at keeping the ball because he has been very good. Like I say, he turns every time I get the chance to tackle. I'm really struggling right now. I haven't got a lot about. I literally have not got a lot to say about that half. As you can see by the stats, I do not deserve to be like anywhere near this guy. To be honest, he had that 4 shots, he had that possession. Obviously, we did have that bit of mix up with Mbappe at CDM. I feel like we're gonna go out a little bit more this half. We're gonna go for it rather than sit on this balance that we normally sit on. We're gonna actually try and put the game to this guy a little bit more as well. So we're gonna go with pressure on heavy touch, and let's go with fast build up as well. Hopefully that will help us out. Good play. It's a poor touch. Managed to win a free kick from that though. If we can get something from this, we might just be able to come back into the game here. He has moved his keeper, so we are gonna have to play it short. It's poor. Really, really poor. It's well done from Militao. Lozano managing to turn. It's unfortunate. It's just been the story of my life. Good play. Really, really good play. And that is going to be it, unfortunately. Really, really good game against that guy. Martial. And let that ball come in. Great defending. It's a great finish from Ronaldo. He's managed to get away from Hernández there and just fire it in the goal. That's the Ronaldo of no, and I've played against. It's such a good finish. He should have finished the first one, but he's made up for it with his attempt. It's unlucky from Hernández. I couldn't get him across in time, unfortunately. It wasn't even Hernández, it was Laporte that I was struggling to get across. That may be why. If that was Hernández, maybe I would have got the block away, but unfortunately it's 1-1. Hopefully we can go in and get another winner though. Is there a little one there, back post? There's not. Brilliant from Sanchez. What a finish that is. How has that ended up in the back of the net? I'm more shocked than this guy, I think. What a finish from Mbappe. I was literally expecting that to go wide or anything like that, but I thought I'd take the little pop shot, and he's managed to score from that angle. I don't know how, but I'll take it. I'll take it nonetheless. We're going to also bring on a couple of changes. We're going to bring on some Maximum for Hernández, so we'll put Mbappe up front. We'll also put Paulinho on for Sanchez, as he is starting to tire a little bit as well. I'm also going to actually take Laporte off and just put on actually we'll keep Laporte. Laporte's done well. We'll just make those 2 double changes for now, and hopefully we can go on and secure this win. He's done well. Lozano's done really, really well to battle him there. It's a lovely play. It's lovely. It's even better. Finish. Oh my god, what a finish from Neymar. That's surely secured it. Hernández has got this signature thing where you can spin with him on his left foot and just spray it to your left wing, right wing, your lamb, your ram, wherever you play. If you've got these wide players and they're wide enough, Hernández will pick that pass and he'll be able to get it closer to players. So that's a huge thing for me, to be able to have a centre back that can actually pass the ball that well and create things from the back, rather than just when you're struggling to beat someone and to close someone down, to be able to play them passes to just like, it changes the whole game. It gives you a whole different approach to the game. So it's very, very decent from Hernández. I'll give him very, very big credit for that pass. And there we have it, guys. There's the full-time whistle. 3 games played with Hernández. I'm now going to go ahead and go over to our review screen, where I'm going to show you guys all the pros and cons, the rating I give him at the end, and how he fares for value for money as well. So if you guys want to stick around for that, it'd greatly be appreciated. If you have enjoyed this video one last time, I'm going to say please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a bunch, and also that like button as well if you have enjoyed this episode and want to see more of these types of videos. I'm going to have tons of more player reviews and promos coming to this channel as well. So let's go ahead anyway, jump over to the player review screen, and I'll see you guys in a second. So here we are, guys, over on our player review channel now. As you can see in the top right hand corner, you'll be able to see the similar players. You'll be able to see pros, cons, his weak foot, his skill moves. You'll be able to see was he worth it, and also his rating for his value for money, sorry, and his overall rating. So we're going to start off with the skill moves. Obviously he has 5-star skills, which is really, really fun to use. Does he need it? No, definitely not. It's definitely not really a pro in my opinion, so I wouldn't go as far as saying that, but it's definitely enjoyable to use. Also, he has 3-star weak foot, which for a centre back, it doesn't really matter. If he had 4-star, or if they gave him 5-star weak foot instead, it would have been absolutely incredible, and I love that a lot more for sure. Nonetheless, we're going to go straight over onto his pros now. Now, one of his pros definitely had to be that power header trait alongside that 89 jumper or whatever it was. He seemed to just get up for me every time there was a 50-50, like I said before, and win that ball 9 times to 10 times out of 10. He was so good in the air, and I could always rely on him to win that header for me at the end. Another one was definitely his physical. Like I said, it's the same with his jumping. It just helps it because he's so physical. He's able to get up in the air and do all that sort of aerial job, but it was also physical enough. He was pushing Ronaldo aside, he was pushing other players aside, and he just seemed so physical, even after doing a little skill run and just pushing the players aside. He was so good at that. So I fully recommend him for that sort of job as well. He was the typical centre-back that you like to see. Now, one last pro was 100%, it had to be his passing range. For me, it was, as soon as he got on that left foot, he could pick out a wing, whatever wing you'd put it on, the left side, the right side, he'd find that over the top ball. And he was really good at passing it into your DMs as well, a little chip over the top balls into the DMs. He just seemed to work so well at that sort of stuff as well. So I was very happy with them 3 pros that he did actually have. Now, for the cons, I will say there was a few times I felt he was out of position. I don't know, obviously I was dragging him out of position a lot, so I probably wouldn't go like as far as saying it's a huge thing. Like if I wasn't doing the skill runs, maybe it would seem a bit better. I think it was mainly because I paired up with Laporte as well, which obviously didn't help his overall, because he was struggling to get back there as well and try and support Laporte a little bit more. If you've got a different centre back, I think his positioning would not be an issue. I wouldn't be having to drag him to try and help out Laporte a little bit more as well. But now, moving on into his cons. Now, there was only one real con I had about this card. It probably was his high work rate, which could have affected his position as well. So maybe at times I did see him a little bit too high up, and that's why I was finding a little gaps, and that guy managed to find gaps against me as well. I had it in a couple of games where I was just getting pulled apart a little bit. So I would put definitely his high work rate. It's not the best for a centre back. I'd rather him, if he was a high medium, be a lot better. And his position, and they are probably 2 cons that I would give him. His vision and stuff like that did not seem, I don't know if it's just because LB wide passes can be very OP at times, but he seemed to pick them out every time. They were not an issue for him at all. And his balanced in that did not seem too bad either. They felt really good. So overall, this card was very good, and I fully would recommend this card. He was good value for money as well. So if you guys are interested in a centre back, you're looking for an enjoyable centre back, I would put him up there with the Varans as similar players. With the Lenglet, he's very similar to both of those 2 players. It was very good for me. So I'd probably just compare him to those 2 other than anyone else. So if they're 2 cards that you like, I'd definitely recommend Hernández. Maybe pair him up with Varane. I think they'd be an incredible partnership. Definitely one that I'll be trying in the future. Now, moving on into his rating, his overall rating, I would probably give this card a 7.5 out of 10. Now, he wasn't as fun as Lozano that I did use in my previous episode. You haven't gone and checked that out, guys, make sure you go check that out. I will leave it in the description alongside the other player reviews that I have done as well with the FUT birthdays. So I would give him about 7.5. It's a very good rating for him. There were, like I said, the positioning sort of side, if he had good position, I'll probably bump it to like a 8.5 for sure. But that is the overall rate I'm going to give him. A value for rating, he cost me around about 215k price. So it wasn't too bad, but for rating, you could get the informed Varane. I think I'll probably give him, I'll give him a solid 7. We'll go for a solid 7. I think that's a fair price. 217 is very steep. This late in FIFA, I'm sure a lot of you guys have got the coins, but there's other places you can spend. Nowadays you can get Messi for 500k. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't too bad. Now, my overall, was he worth it? Was he not worth it? I would say yes. Why not? 215k. I would definitely say it's a card that you guys are going to enjoy more than any other centre back on the game, just because he has got that physical, he's got that pace, he's got that skill moves. He's enjoyable to use. What more do you want than FIFA? Just to hop on a game and just have fun with the game, rather than having to sweat it out all the time with the same centre back. So fully recommend this card. If you guys do go and check him out and use him, make sure you let me know down in the comments section down below if you would agree with my overall review of this player. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Make sure you go ahead and drop all the socials a follow as well. I'd appreciate that a lot, guys. Take care, and most importantly, stay safe and enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Thank you so much.